Wait for you.
Oh, nothing to
Wait.
see here. We are not
Wait.
talking about Breaking Bad.
God fucking damn it. Wait for your damn cue.
Nope.
Oh, god damn it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Command Center. I'm Commander Lionheart, back again with these goobers for another brand spanking new episode of Mystery Movie Friends. Swear to me, Rachel!
You sound like a porn star.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just in the heat at the moment. I'm delivering justice to all dead ass. Yes, yes.
Jesus. Jesus.
Well,
Maybe.
it's
You need
some
some
water.
people. I'm going
You need
to
some
leave.
water.
See you.
Abort the mission. Alfred, get me out of here. Alfred, I'm dying.
This
I'm
is
having a
no
stroke.
longer a family stream.
Oh, very family friendly,
Was it
especially
ever?
considering what we were talking about off the stream. So, yeah, very family friendly.
Oh no, that was family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
John's
But
black.
hey, welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the Batman Begins.
We apologize.
Yeah, maybe. No,
I
no,
don't- this
you
one
gotta
not-
own it. You gotta
It's on
own
you.
it, John. No apologies. There is
You
no
get back-
apologies. What, G?
If you get banned, it's on you. I'm gonna wear a hoodie, some sunglasses, and a hat.
I mean, you would probably look like.
And an
Oh.
afro.
Well, the only thing missing for Mythos is the sunglasses, though. So, you know.
You mean the Captain America, Black Widow, disguise for Winter Soldier?
No, because he needs to be wearing a. Yeah. Now, who does he look like now? He looks like. Oh God! What was the first movie that we did this year?
No, shut
Yes.
the fuck up.
Oh no!
Look at it!
Oh,
Look at him!
What's up?
Look at
No.
him!
Tommy Womethos.
Yes.
Don't move me.
Mythos was so.
Mythos was so.
Hi, Lion. How's your sex life?
It's fine. It's doing fine. I am delivering
making me
justice.
Run away,
Hard
people. Be
lion.
afraid. Be very afraid.
I'm not.
Oh Jesus.
Don't worry.
God, I can't see shit.
I will break you. I don't know. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where we're going with this.
Let's
Anyways,
stop.
yeah. Let's just stop while we're ahead. That's
Let it-
me though. That's Mythos.
Wait, let me change into my
The one
disguise.
and only.
Oh no.
Thank God.
AKA the Invisible Man, I guess. Oh wait.
That's his disguise. He's invisible. That's a pretty good disguise. I mean, if you're going to have a disguise, being invisible works pretty well.
Yeah. That's yeah. Oh no. Nope.
I'm just-
Nope. It's not working. Your powers are fading, Mythos. Oh no. We need to give
Your ranger
Mythos.
candle is burning down.
We need to give Mythos some compound V, John. Oh.
No. No, I don't want to. I don't want to know what he. Oh no, Mythos would be the
I know.
guy.
I think I know where.
wrapped the thing around Mother's
Yeah.
Milk's neck.
Oh god, yeah, that
Yeah.
that was hilarious. Anyways,
That's
we're not
what
here.
Mythos' power would be.
You're lost. G is lost. Everybody who has not watched The Boys is lost right now. Don't worry. This is between John and
Me and the boys.
me and the boys cracking a cold one. Also joining me, it's John.
Hello.
And
I'm sorry.
I am G.
What?
Why are you sorry, John?
Yeah. That's why I'm laughing.
For all of this, just I'm sorry. Please, God, forgive us our transgressions.
Nah,
You just sounded. You just sounded like. That sounded like a little kid.
God is
I'm
not here.
sorry.
God's not here
Oh,
to
shit.
forgive you. I'm here to give justice.
No, I would sound like Tony Stark in Age of Ultron when he punches the Hulk. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Repeatedly punching him with.
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
But also, G.
Hello, people. Hello. Swear to me.
Swear to me, Rachel.
Rachel.
Swear to me, Rachel. Swear
Oh
to me,
God.
Rachel.
Oh God. This
Daddy, daddy.
is already something.
Ah.
This show tonight
That's
is already
why I
something.
have water.
I'm surprisingly, it doesn't affect my voice as much as Arnold's, though. Doing
Oh, his
Arnold's
voice really affect me.
doing Arnold really takes a toll on my voice. This
I'm
whole
sure
swear to
doing
me
Arnold
thing.
will take a toll.
I'm the complete opposite. I don't know. I can do it just fine.
No, Arnold. I don't know why it takes me like way more out of me. Maybe it's that Arnold just every time I channel Arnold, it just sucks my soul, and it
I
transfers
can't-
over to Arnold. Maybe it's to Arnold, or maybe it's to Whiskey and Lulu.
I'm gonna suck the life out of Lion. He's gonna be my vessel. I'm gonna
Oh,
return the 13 darknesses.
Oh no! Am
I'm
I
gonna bring down Kingdom Hearts.
am I being?
And then
am I-
Jesus.
Oh my God! What the hell is going on with this show tonight?
We
Tonight.
I have my Keyblades.
This one
Whiskey,
seems special,
Lulu.
but-
It's the Batman. The Batman brings out the psycho in us. It brings the demented criminal inside.
I mean, if you look at it this way, Batman Begins technically has a sickness, kind of
for the thickness.
Oh, that's
a
a problem.
sickness that needs an antidote. And guess who is good with antidotes? Mr. Freeze. And who plays Mr. Freeze but none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
sometimes I worry that the future for Mythos it looks bleak, but then I just
Everything
think
connects.
that he's like that, and he has survived for the past 20 years. So he's
No, it does.
That's
It doesn't
30
look
years.
bleak. He's one of the
Almost
he's one of the guys who, if you were to possess his eyes in Psychonaut 2, you would just see hentai.
Oh
You won't
God!
see bacon,
Oh
you see
no!
hentai.
No!
No, you will
I-
see a lot of chocolate and candy. You know that
Murdering
that
kids,
dream that
probably.
Homer the dream that Homer has where he's like in Chocolateville. Have you seen that episode?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that's my
Yes.
mind. Just
Oh, no.
just chocolate.
I think that
Yeah, with a bunch of naked hentai ladies bathing
Chocolate ladies.
in it.
that, but
Uh,
also he would be like getting into his mind. Now that he says chocolate, it would be like maybe Willy Wonka, like.
Oh, I don't want anywhere near his mind.
I mean,
I have
You
a
know.
problem with mine.
Mythos, you would be Willy Wonka, and naked, sexy
Yes.
ladies would be the Oompa Loompas.
Willy Wonka and the Hentai Factory.
and
Yes,
you
then I will bring kids. I will
And you-
bring kids to
and you
teach
dra-
them the art
and
of
you-
hentai.
you drowning kids.
No, keep the kids away. Keep the kids out.
All of this-
You're going to end up on a list even more than you are now.
all of this has motivated me
God
to
damn.
struggle a script for
By the
this.
way, this movie was what 2.5 hours.
We're already we're 10 minutes in, and we have not talked shit about this.
It's-
Hey.
I'm gonna build a for this stream from now on. I'm gonna build a script.
Hey,
No.
He's just
Look,
gonna
man.
pre-record.
look, man, I'm happy.
There-
Okay,
there's gonna be intermissions where we can actually do this.
the movie
We
review
would
will
never get
continue.
anything done.
The movie review will continue after this nonsense.
Are
Uh,
you incapable to satisfy
like
your woman at night?
oh no.
It would be like Telemundo.
No, me those please no. I'm happy though because last week I don't know I don't think I was feeling it last week and I wasn't that satisfied with last week's episode, but today we're starting off strong. We're starting off crazy. We're starting off.
Oh no! I'm literally sitting here going like, the heck did we even do last week? I don't remember last week. Yeah,
It was not at the museum. Not at the museum. National Treasure. God damn it.
Not in the museum.
Night at the National Treasure.
With
I
the
know.
Technically, a night in the
I do
museum.
kind of want a Night at the Museum with Nicolas Cage now.
we do need to
Yeah.
do
Thank you
that
for
at
that.
the museum. Oh my god, this is going off the rails. Oh
It-
god.
No, this
Or is it-
started rolling
It's-
down the hill like Uncharted 2.
Yes.
Kids, if a stranger wants to give you some magic dust thingy, whatever the freaking scarecrow used, please say
Toxic.
no. Look what happened. Look what happened to us.
We were normal conforming citizens until we took the toxin, and now we're Batman.
We were.
I don't know.
Say that again so that I can believe it, because I was never normal.
I mean, hey, you
We
You-
do not
you-
take toxins.
you deal with what you can, Master Wayne. Why do we take the toxin? Why do we take the toxin? Why do we take the
Master
toxins,
Wang.
Master Wayne? No,
Master
no, don't bring it back to murder. Don't.
Oh no! 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 We leave that. We leave
Master
that in the
Willy Wang.
rearview mirror, covered in dust.
Master Willy Wang. Can I get you something, Master Willy Wang? A hot cup of chocolate.
Anyway, Wang, how was your sex life?
Oh no, please don't, please no. Let's not combine like every character that's graced these reviews, please.
Oh, I want the.
If you
I want
squint,
that.
if you
I wanted.
squint
I
your
wanted
eye-
the room, but it's murder by death. Okay,
Oh,
that's
no,
that.
no.
I'd enjoy that.
No,
if you
no,
squint your
wouldn't.
eyes a little bit, just a little bit, maybe Raul is Willy Wang.
Fake ass ghoul.
Oh, hi,
Me?
Wang. How was your?
Fake ass ghoul.
It's probably like Willy Wang.
Which one?
Fake ass ghoul. Oh right, one of the two. Which one? The one at the beginning or the one at the party that wasn't?
The one at the beginning.
Okay. Which is Ken Watanabe, right, John? That was Ken Watanabe.
I need to actually look that up because that was something all this
Look
shit
it up.
has derailed me. Batman
That ca-
Begins.
It kind of looked like him.
Batman's. No, there's multiple.
Batman.
Yes.
Where's the
it
Batmans?
is Ken Watanabe.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. I was like,
Okay.
yeah, that looks like Ken Watanabe. Yeah. But yeah, people, in honor of the hey, 16 minutes in, and now we're actually starting this shit. In honor of the Batman, having released this past week, which, John, I will give you the maximum of 5 minutes to give us your non-spoiler short review, and only 5 minutes, and I'm going to count the timer. But in honor of the
Spoiler.
Batman,
Batman.
Where you start? Does Batman shine?
No,
Batman-
thank God, no.
the bat signal,
Okay.
the bat signal shines in the sky, so
No, he's talking about Robert Pattinson.
I know,
and Twilight
I
because
know.
they shine in it. Okay,
know.
I can never be sure.
I know.
And go.
No, not yet. In honor of the Batman, which released this past week, we are doing another origin story for Batman from the 2000s, Batman Begins. Rachel!
Actually, I'll do it after because a lot of the stuff I'm probably going to kind of touch on a little bit through this. So I'll do wait till after for any.
Spoilers. The Batman has Batman.
The Batman has bad nipples? Does he have bad nipples, John?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you see the bat crotch?
No.
You are not at liberty to discuss any sensitive
How
material.
dark was his Batcave?
But,
That I think that's spoilers, right? If he has a bad cave or not.
I mean, at this point, we should expect him to have a
you
back
see it in the trailer. You see it in the trailer, so.
Okay. I don't remember it's in the trailer.
But yeah, I will wait till the end.
Okay.
if
Okay.
that's
So
okay.
we're all right. So we are getting right into Batman Begins then. Did we all see this movie prior to yesterday or today or whenever we saw it?
Yes.
What do you think?
Multiple times.
I can say why I've watched it the first time.
Okay.
No.
It was because okay. G said no, so we can continue.
¿Y quién manda aquí? ¿Manda G o mando yo? Is he in charge
don't
or am I in
know.
charge?
I'm being pressured.
I was just sitting here like, is G the boss?
Yeah, who's the boss? G or me? You swear to me. You don't swear to G. You swear to me. so
Yeah,
go,
but
go ahead.
I remember I watched this movie for the first time because Scarecrow is actually my favorite villain in all Batman.
Oh,
So
interesting.
When you saw
little
it,
old me saw Scarecrow, and I actually watched it on local television, and I saw the announcement of like, hey, we're gonna be doing it's gonna be like Batman Begins. You know how they show like some scenes of the movie and all that in WAPA,
Mhm.
and I
knew
saw
that it was-
Scarecrow. I saw
Wow.
Scarecrow, and I was like, that's my boy.
Hey, that's
So
my
I watched it.
okay.
Yeah, my Scarecrow is my favorite Batman villain, basically.
Huh,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
It is it is Scarecrow and then Poison Ivy. You don't want to
For-
know why Poison
for-
Ivy.
For
Does it give-
for
give your heart-
reasons unknown, right?
I already
This
said
is
it.
unknown.
Mhm.
I already.
It's the plants, right? It's the giant
Yeah, definitely the plants.
tentacle plants.
Looking at- Batman and Robin.
hmm
They make your stick stand.
Are you sure you're not getting that confused with the hentai?
I mean, with me those, you never know.
I mean,
Hmm.
you can't be sure that yeah,
Uh-huh.
I've seen
Mm.
Real life.
A lot of
Porn.
shit.
no real
There's a
life,
difference, as Sam would say.
no real life.
That is a line from
But I did
Supernatural.
that.
Okay, interesting. G, you've seen it.
I've seen this movie a lot of times. I think that I saw it in the theater when it came out.
Hmm.
I was invited. I'm not sure. I think that I went with Chris,
Mhm.
and I have since seen it in HBO. Of course, WAPA sometimes, but in WAPA I don't see it because it's in Spanish, and you know how I feel about movies. Unless it
Yeah.
is a movie that is originally in Spanish, I don't see it.
Raquel.
That is.
Oh,
That is
God.
complete.
I don't think I've seen it in Spanish. Maybe I have. I don't know.
I
Or
don't- I watched it in Spanish like 2 times, and I don't remember.
yeah, maybe I have, and I blocked it out of my mind.
Good. Because it
Good.
deserves to be blocked out of mine.
Yeah. And John, you've seen it a lot of times too.
Yes. Yes.
I don't remember how many times I've seen it. I've definitely seen it more times than Dark Knight Rises, but I have not seen it as much as The Dark Knight. And I don't think that I had seen this movie since not since The Dark Knight, but a little bit after The Dark Knight came out.
Batman. The Dark Knight. Batman.
The Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Rises?
I read it.
The Dank Knight.
After The Dark Knight and before The Dark Knight Rises, I may have seen this movie and may have been the last time that I saw it. So 10 plus years at
Okay.
this point.
I've seen it a few times since
I think the way is.
Rises. I
Did we
know.
see it at home? Lion?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Because I had the DVD of The Dark Knight, but I didn't have this one. Maybe we did see it at your house one time, but I'm not sure.
Now that you mentioned the Dark Knight, I think it was a Dark Knight because I remember us talking about the Joker.
Yeah, could have been. But I definitely do remember having watched Batman Begins after The Dark Knight, because I did not remember until I watched The Dark Knight and then Batman Begins again, the part at the end of this movie where they show the Joker card at the end. I definitely, back when The Dark Knight came out, I didn't remember that. So I watched the movie again afterwards. So, but
Okay.
yeah, it might have been before The Dark Knight Rises, and again, I've only seen Dark Knight Rises once. I did not. It's not a bad movie for me, but
Outside of the memes, I haven't seen Rises yet.
It's
my problem with
It's not a
Rises.
Right.
just-
Rises.
it goes generic.
No.
No,
Rises has the Spider-Man 3 problem of too much crap
no,
going on at the same time.
I don't think that it necessarily has the Spider-Man 3 problem. It's mostly that it doesn't feel like it belongs with Batman Begins or The Dark Knight, even though it's the same cast. It feels like, because this movie, Batman Begins, and more so The Dark Knight, are very grounded. Like, they are super grounded. And then, for some reason, Dark Knight Rises has, like, a little bit more fantastical, in my opinion, with the whole
Yeah.
the bomb and you know, the Batwing and whatever. Like, I don't know, these first two felt very grounded, like very in real life thing. And then Dark Knight Rises kind of stepped it up a
Except
little
for
bit.
Driving a car across a rooftop.
Yeah, but it's a tank.
Of
What do I
course.
make?
It's-
Black. Tank.
Hank,
Oh god.
what road? What road is he?
Would you at least tell me what it looks
He's
like?
not on the road.
Never mind.
I gotta say though, I love this movie. I'm not gonna hide it, because I love this movie so much.
Yes.
Like it. Today's show is primarily going to be you guys trying to convince me not to give this movie The Force is Strong with this one, because I watched this. When I started watching the movie and I saw the runtime of 2 hours 20 minutes, I believe it was, I was like, oh no, this is a long one. And you know how I am with runtime sometimes. Yeah, don't mention the Batman yet, John. Please. I know that it's 3 hours. I know,
No, not right now.
Wait.
No.
but look,
I
as
didn't
long
remember
Yeah?
this movie being this long, and when I watched it, it still didn't feel like a 2 hours and a 2.5 hours.
yeah, it had
I don't know. It just
Doesn't
feels
like
yeah, G?
yeah, I do agree. It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah, the runtime may say 2 hours and 20 minutes, but it definitely goes fast. Like, there's not a boring moment
Yeah.
in this movie. Like,
And mind you, when I
the
was
pacing
watching
is-
this movie, I had to pause it because I was doing other stuff.
Mhm,
So it was pause and go type of watching for me,
mhm.
and it didn't feel like it was 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I watched it in one sitting,
and
and
even,
it brisked.
Yes, I
Just
did
went-
too. I
yeah, I was in one city as well, and in at least for me, it felt like it was the 2.5 hours was because it felt like not like it didn't feel like 2.5 hours, but it also felt like it was two movies. Like the first hour was Bruce Wayne becoming Batman,
Mm.
and the other 1.5 hour was the Batman movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I
wasn't
can see
until
it.
like 1 hour and like 10 minutes when Bruce Wayne's like doing Batman stuff, basically.
Yeah, because first we delve into, the the persona of
The
Bruce
The
Wayne,
backpack story.
the best story.
In the last part of
Facts.
the movie, he goes full Arkham Knight on that.
In time.
Yeah,
Arkham.
Sean, don't leave us.
Oh no, he's becoming a bad robot. Arkham Knight in what sense, G?
Prisoners roaming around, escaping Arkham Asylum, going around, wreaking havoc, and Batman just pushing in and kicking the asses.
Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit.
I mean, this movie actually motivated me to actually grab the Arkham series and I played the heck out of it.
John, Rachel.
John consistently, he just consistently.
I mean, Rachel.
Oh, John will sort it out.
John, don't give in to the fear, John.
Nick Saki.
Oh God,
That
there
is
he
the-
goes. There he goes again. Yeah, the funny thing is, G, that from what I've heard, the Batman, the new one, now that one is like straight up Arkham.
Straight up Arkham.
Yeah.
I need to
So-
see it.
It makes me excited to see it, just because it apparently that is the Arkham trilogy Batman, basically. So
I mean, I don't have problem with Robert Pattinson from what I've seen in the trailers. He's looks like he's doing a pretty good job, but I'll reserve my judgment for when I see it.
yeah,
If I see him without a shirt, I'm gonna riot.
I mean, you probably will. You know that there has to be that.
Wayne is a billionaire playboy guy, so probably be shirtless at some point.
And there has to be that shot for
Twice.
there has to be that shot for the ladies. For the ladies to go ooh.
How many times he was shirtless in this movie?
Every time he got hurt.
I want to say 2.
Because I remember when he got.
Not
I remember when he got back from the heist where he captured. What was his name again? The frigging
Mob
Don
boss?
Leon.
Oh, Carmine Falcone.
Falcone.
Yeah, Falcone.
They call him for
Uh,
Falcone here in the in this version, and apparently it's Falcone, not Falcone. It's how it's
Falcone.
I mean, it sounds more Italian. Falcone.
yeah, I know, but
Falcone.
it's the same
But
with
yeah,
with Ra's al Ghul. The
Falcone.
pronunciation changes. It's supposed to be Ras
Yeah.
or Raish, right? It's Raish al Ghul. It's supposed to be. That's how they say it in the Arkham games.
In something.
I say
Roz
Rahul.
and
God
something.
damn it!
Roz.
Yeah, I've heard both instances of it being Ras or Rosh. Tomato, I guess.
Yeah.
For some people, it's gonna bother them, but for some people, whatever.
It's just like Pokemon. Nobody knows how to pronounce names in Pokemon. Who gives a crap?
I mean, you
That's
could
nice.
know how to pronounce the names if they just put the Pokemon to say their names, like in the anime.
The thing is, that's the thing. They pronounce in the anime. They pronounce the names in one way, but then in some other media, they pronounce the name in a different way. And then there's like, what? And it's just the same with Batman. They pronounce the name some way in one version, and then they pronounce the name different in another version. Then nobody knows how it's actually pronounced, and there's no clarification. So who gives a crap? Pronounce it the way you want. Do you want to name it Rahagul like I do? Fuck it. That's how it is.
Is it the Bernstein Bears or is it the Berenstain Bears? Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
But no one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Ah,
You
you have
call-
watched Peacemaker.
You call it the
Yes.
Penguin. I call it Danny DeVito.
Okay, now that's just you being you, Mythos. But yeah, the movie goes by, I guess, quick. I guess it has a brisk
just-
pacing. Because
It-
you don't feel those
doesn't
2 hours.
stop. It doesn't stop. The movie doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it begins, showing Bruce his childhood, how he got the trauma of the bats thing. Obviously, we get the part that we all know at this point of the parents getting shot in Murder Alley, or I guess it wasn't Murder. It wasn't Murder
I'm-
Alley in this
Okay,
one.
and
I'm actually kind of glad that that part actually went fast because we already know the story.
And I know
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're going to say, John. They don't show that in the new Batman movie.
Spoilers.
Spoilers,
they,
technically, I guess.
they on
Good.
Oh no, John, you're a
yeah,
robot.
but, yeah,
Something, Sean.
kind of.
This
No,
anymore.
there's not a scene or a mention.
Okay.
Damn, not even a mention. Jesus
Am
H.
I
Christ.
back? I think it's the storm.
Yeah. Who gives a crap about the parents? We all know how they
Damn.
died.
So wait, what you're saying
It's
is that
been how many years?
I mean, the deal is
you're
that
saying Disney made Batman?
I mean,
So Disney made Batman.
What?
what?
Disney
No.
made Batman?
Are you referring to the fact that Spider-Man never references Uncle Ben in the Spider-Man movies? Is that what you're implying?
No, it's
Or are you talking about the whole Disney fact that they kill the parents of?
Disney policy of fuck the parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I think that
Hey,
at this
If you
point
want
in
to go on a
time,
grand adventure, just kill your parents.
when was Batman originally created?
You're
19
1940.
Was it the 1940s?
Hang on.
Like, we've had upwards of 50 years of Batman in media.
1939.
1939.
Okay, 1939. So we've had we are into 2022. That is 17 years. So upwards of 75 years of Batman in media. And I think that Batman is obviously it's a big, huge name, and everybody knows about Batman, and everybody knows why he's Batman. Like, it's kind of like I think that the best explanation is when people say that comic books are kind of like the modern myths, like the Greek myths or the Greek mythology or that or all that. Like, they are. Comic books are kind of like that. They
Yeah.
are the modern myths. So we all know like the origin, and we don't need to see it again. Just like with Spider-Man. God damn it. Spider-Man. We don't need to see Uncle Ben die. God damn it. We were doing so well. Oh, somebody just shoot me already. Batman just
So
hey.
good. We were doing so good.
Oh god, Ivor.
We were actually being professional for a hot second there, but no. I
We
have
were
to screw-
actually talking about the movie.
You must know that we're
Correct.
God. Oh, Jesus. Okay, anyways. So just like Spider-Man, we know Uncle Ben. We know that that's Spider-Man's motivation for why he's Spider-Man and all that stuff. We don't need to see Martha and Thomas Wayne murdered again, unless they are doing the Flashpoint, which is the reverse, and it is that the killer kills Bruce Wayne instead of Martha and Thomas Wayne. That is an interesting thing that we could see
Yeah.
in a movie, you know? But
Yeah.
seeing the Martha and Thomas Wayne dying over and over and over again in these movies, I'm glad that the Batman doesn't do it.
Can we get a DC version of What If? Please and thank you.
There
There is. It's called Elseworlds. They have done quite a few movies.
yeah, and there
No,
is.
but I mean like now, like the series now.
I
The animated, like the last 10 years, there have been a number of Elseworlds movies.
Okay.
Now what we need is a live action Flashpoint Paradox, which I know, John. I know that they're going to do the Flashpoint, but it's not the same one. Which that is what I was referencing just now of Bruce Wayne getting gunned instead of Martha and Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless it's that, we really don't need the Thomas and Martha. I'll excuse it in this movie because again, we were rediscovering Batman all over again in the 2000s after the some people might say downfall of Batman after the Freeze.
I mean that Batman Rummy is like the best Batman movie ever.
It's
ever
it's
existed,
a masterpiece. What the hell are people
Exactly.
smoking? I don't know. But yeah, after the quote unquote downfall of Batman after that movie, we were rediscovering Batman. Getting to know him better, you know, being his psychologist and getting into his psyche and all that stuff. So you know, it was necessary, I think, especially because this was a different Batman. It wasn't the Batman '89, which was a little bit more over the top. This one was more grounded. So
Yeah.
you know, I think I have a bigger problem with Zack Snyder's doing the same thing again then with the super slow and all that crap. So this one, it was fine.
Well, and
Yes, you were gonna say that
they
this
do it
one.
in another movie that I won't. No, I was going to say it's in another movie that I won't spoil, but there is they do
Oh.
it in another DC movie, and they'll. Yeah.
That we may or may not talk about next week.
No, I'm talking about another live action DC movie.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So we get at the beginning, we just get that we get the backstory of like Bruce falling down and getting his fear for bats, and you know Martha and Thomas Wayne dying or getting shot at, I should say, and then Bruce's journey into the League of Shadows, which again I asked this the last time that I played Arkham City, because in that game it's called the League of Assassins. So that's another thing that, you know, changes from continuity to continuity, I guess. I guess that because this one was this was PG-13 though. They could have used the
Yes.
word League of Assassins, but I guess that would have been like that would have given like Bruce Wayne like the wrong impression. It would have been like, wait a minute, I'm joining Assassins. No, I don't kill. So League of Shadows sounds less
I
dangerous.
mean, he was into killing at first, but then he changed his way of thinking.
He only wanted to kill that one guy that shot his parents.
Still,
Hmm. Yeah, but all of this
Okay,
is.
in Batman the Animated Series, it's called the Society of Shadows. I
See?
couldn't remember what it was in that.
See? And what's it called?
now it's the society.
What the hell is it called in Arrow? Because I forget.
League of Assassins.
League of Assassins? Okay, so we go back to it.
I'm pretty sure it's League of Assassins.
So, yeah, it's a back and forth with the name. It's still the same organization. It's still Ras or Raish or however the hell you want to call him at this point. The Al Ghul. But it was, even though it's like slow, you could technically say slow moments or whatever, or backstory, it was still so good. It was still so fascinating to just go into this journey with Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
As he
And how
trains.
he became.
Yeah, how
Batman.
he ultimately becomes the Batman,
Yeah.
like
Now, question. I have a question because I was watching the movie and the scene where Willy Wang as Batman to kill the murderer
mhm.
and
Murderer.
Batman just
The farmer.
blows up the whole place.
Mm.
What happened to the murderer?
He escaped.
Did he?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he escaped. Like,
I didn't notice him escaping or anything, and I was like,
could be
did he just-
wrong.
I mean, I'm fairly sure a bunch of assassins probably died, but
yeah, I won't.
Oh, by the way, yeah,
I won't-
Batman doesn't kill. He lets the environment kill everybody.
No, I won't kill this guy who killed someone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
environmental
kill all of you who trained me.
No. What he said at the end?
Oh, I won't
Is it-
kill you, but I don't have to save you
I'm
either.
doing what's necessary.
Yeah,
No.
Oh,
I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Which still.
that's a good line.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's funny though what you mentioned that. Yeah, he spares the murderer's life, but kills everybody else in the process. Well, almost everybody else
Blows
in the
up the
process.
whole thing.
But I don't know. I think that he escaped because, or maybe I'm just confusing it with the game which I played this week too, and you clearly see him escaping in that version.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
here
I
I'm
think
not.
he escapes.
Yeah, maybe. But he saves Ducard. Played by Liam Neeson, which I fucking love
Mhm.
Liam Neeson. He's so great. I just
Yes.
he was the best part of the Phantom Menace, and he's
apparently-
he's a great part here too.
Apparently Liam Neeson's kind of a shithead in real life, but he's a great actor.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Apparently, what was it when he was? Where is it? He went.
Is it
Was it when he was in Ireland?
Yeah, is it something about race? I think I know what you're talking about because I think I've seen that.
He apparently there's a line of him saying, "I was going to go look for a black bastard and kill him."
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah. It was a few
Yeah.
years ago.
So,
He did-
yeah.
He did clarify why he said that.
Yeah.
He was mad. A friend of
Oh
his
yeah, he did. But
was mugged by someone of color.
still,
Yeah.
kind of a shit thing to say.
Yeah. But anyways, I like to separate the the
Yeah,
art from
me too.
like I
Yeah.
unless
Yeah,
it's
he's cool.
unless it's Anthony Starr as Homelander, which are now basically one and the same. God damn it.
Or
You guys gotta
uh,
watch The Boys, by the way. G, you need to
The
watch The
Boys
Boys.
is so good. That
Oh,
show's
yeah.
incredible.
Oh yeah, I
That's
finished
an
watching
Amazon.
it.
So
No.
good.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. I finished watching it last night. It's so good. but yeah,
I need to go watch the animated one.
but yeah, the characters in this movie work real well. I think that and I don't necessarily have a big problem with her. At least not like a lot of people I guess I've seen, say they have a problem with her. Rachel.
Yes.
What's her name?
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes. Yeah. I think that she's like, I think that it's the fact that she has like a baby face. Like maybe that's why a lot of people like don't take her seriously as the DA or whatever. Especially not when compared to
That's fine.
what's the name of the one who replaced her for the Dark Knight?
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, that one. Maggie Gyllenhaal actually,
I like her more. But
yeah, I like her more, but I don't have a problem with Katie Holmes as Rachel.
It's weird. I see Katie Holmes and Bruce like together. They act better together, but I like Maggie Gyllenhaal as the character more.
That's Rachel.
Okay. Understandable.
Yeah. But yeah, aside, like, again, she did fine. I don't necessarily have a problem with her. She's probably like the bottom one that the whatever, but
She tasered Scarecrow in the face.
yes. Oh my god.
That was
That was great.
That scene's really good.
But everybody else just, goddamn. Everybody else is just so good in this goddamn.
Lion, every time that you win now in a stream, you have to do like Gary Oldman when he shuts down the bridge.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that too. Like he's like so calm and everything, and when Batman gives him the Batmobile to drive around, when he opens the cockpit, he's like, "Oh," and he's like easily impressed. Like I gotta get me one of
those.
I need one of those.
I've got to get me one of those. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
It was
so
funny.
good.
It was funny the part he looking the Batmobile up close, trying to find how to open the tank.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
really.
I mean, it looks
so
like
good.
they're in a hurry. Maybe Batman would have wanted to give him a quick instruction on how
a
to drive the
tutorial.
thing.
A tutorial,
Yeah. Like, here's how you do this. Here's how you do this. Do
No.
not press the button on the side of the stick.
No, he's like, do you know how to drive stick? And that's it. That's, you go at it.
Mhm.
And his face when the cockpit transforms into like the gunner mode too, like
Goes
he's
into
like,
weapon-
oh,
Yeah. Which
the fuck is happening?
that gunner mode is
Uh,
that I have some problems with that gunner mode. I think that thing's it's cool. It's really unpractical. I don't quite understand
no,
why
I-
it does that. I got a problem with that. It's
Yeah,
cool
I-
though.
I mean, you need to think that was built for
Bye.
military purposes. So basically, a 3-man operation could be that it's required for the Batmobile.
hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, Lucius Fox does say that it was built for like bridge reconstruction and whatever. Yeah, I could see
it was built to jump the bridge, but the bridge was never constructed.
but yeah, I could see it
Could
like
get-
I could see it like someone inside of that cockpit mode and someone else driving. Maybe would be weird though. Would be weird. But yeah, everybody in this movie just worked really good. Obviously, Michael Caine as Alfred. Master Wayne, would you like your
Master
crumpets?
Wayne.
Master Willie Wang, would you like your crumpets now?
When he's putting Rachel into the car, that scene's really funny.
Oh God!
Yes.
Oh, that
Had a bit
scene!
too much.
Oh Jesus H. Christ! I was like, oh, that the police would be after him in today's day and age with that.
Oh yeah, most
Like-
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh God! I was like, oh no. I like when Bruce was coming back to Gotham after he blew up the League of Shadows compound and whatever, and
Yeah.
Alfred was like, "Oh, I'll let you drive the Rolls Royce as long as you bring back the tank full."
Yeah.
I love
I-
it.
I like
Alfred was great.
Michael Caine's really good.
He's
Yeah.
so great.
That's Andy Serkis is a great Alfred. It's just he's not in the Batman very much. I
Yeah, I've heard.
wish
I've
he was
heard
in
it.
that movie way more. Like
Yeah.
when he's in there, he's really good. But Michael Caine's he's
I
still
think
my
it's
favorite.
I think it's real hard to like screw up Alfred, honestly. Like we've had so many Alfreds and all of them that kind of work
I mean, even
in one way or another.
I love Alfred from Justice League and Batman vs Superman. I mean, he's I can't
Jeremy
think-
Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, I love him too.
Really good.
The fact that he actually that
I wish
Alfred
I wish I could get more of him.
Yeah, the fact that he sometimes took command of like the Batwing or whatever, and he actually got into the fray, like that is so good. Like
Yeah.
we've had different types of Alfreds. Like we've had the
Hey,
wacky and
better than the
kooky.
butler in Tomb Raider.
Oh God, we
Yeah.
needed an Alfred in Tomb Raider.
That is true.
Yes,
Mrs. Croft, would you like your semi-automatics polished?
I still remember the scene from Justice League when the League is all walking into the Bat Cave and Bruce taps Alfred on the shoulder and goes, "This is Alfred. I work for him."
Yeah. But yeah. Michael Caine just really great in this, and all three of these movies, he's really great. Gary Oldman as Gordon is also really great.
No
Mo-
doubt.
Hmm.
Morgan
No
Freeman,
doubt.
the voice of God himself.
I mean,
Is he-
only God can give Batman his equipment.
Only God
Yes.
can supply the Batman. Don't take me for a fool, Mr. Wayne.
The
Spelunk-
thing is,
Spelunking.
the
really?
where the place, this underground area that they were,
Hmm.
for some reason reminded me of the scene in Bruce Almighty where
Oh,
Morgan
God.
Freeman is like this.
Oh God damn it! I didn't catch
With all
that.
the freaking
Oh
files.
God. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Now that you
I got
mention
the
it,
Bruce
yeah.
Almighty.
We do need
We
to
do
do Bruce
need to
Almighty.
watch
That movie's so good.
That movie's awesome.
I mean, Holy Week is coming up, so could be an option.
Hmm.
That is true.
Wait, what?
Holy Week is coming up.
Hollywood
be
is in
All
2
right.
weeks. Or
Yeah.
not 2 weeks. A month. About a month.
But April's already full. That's the problem. April is jam packed already. That like we already have.
April's overflowing.
Yeah, we already have all the movies set for April, and John had suggested me some others to replace, and I'm like, nope, because we already have like
Unless you can't find that one, then maybe.
yeah, exactly. Unless I can't find the Sonic OVA. Yeah, Lucius Fox, really great too. I liked like his last line, like, didn't you get the memo?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
we'll dig back at him.
yes. Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul, I already mentioned. He's also great. And obviously Christian Bale. I know that he's
I give him flack for saying what he said, but actors.
he just portrayed this character so good in this movie. Like
Yeah.
like honestly,
His. Mhm.
I kind of know where you're going.
I like
Josh.
Christian Bale. The choice of the voice is not good, and he looks really goofy in that suit.
Does he though?
Isn't that the whole idea of Batman? Looking
Does he
goofy
though?
in a bad suit.
I really like this suit.
Yeah, but
though.
it's around the face. It's I like the suit, but it's something around the part of his face that pokes out. It just makes it look really fat or squished, and it something about this suit, and like the later suits are fine. It's just something about this suit just makes him look kind of like, it makes me kind of want to laugh sometimes when I see him. It just looks a little wonky or something.
Wish.
I don't know, man. I didn't feel that. Like he, like if you were in the middle of the night running for your life and you saw that shit coming at you, you would be terrified.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there are some points where he looks fine. It's like the ones like when he's kind of squatting, or the scene when he shows up behind Rachel when she shoots the taser at him. There's just something about that scene that he just looks kind of goofy.
I didn't
He's just there like posing.
I didn't think he looked goofy at all. I thought I was like, oh damn.
I will still look.
His later
No.
suits look a lot better than this
I mean, I will still look at Rachel. Really, bitch, really? Because that's the look that he gave her.
Yes.
yeah.
Seriously, a taser.
And him standing on top of that gargoyle with the cape being like 5 miles down below him. That one, there's something about that looked kind of weird.
I don't know. It didn't look weird
But
to me.
I know Christian Bale's he's good. I like Christian Bale as for the most part. Just
Yeah,
that
I don't.
the choice of that voice is.
Yeah, he's not
That voice
necessarily. He's not
That
necessarily
voice is a decision.
my favorite, Batman, but I respect him a hell of a lot.
No.
Um,
Oh yeah. His voice. Have you ever heard the story that Jensen and Jared tell about when Misha Collins first showed up on the set of Supernatural as Castiel, and they first heard him doing the voice?
the gravelly voice? No, I have not.
They show up and they see him do his first scene, and Jensen and Jared said, we just kind of looked at each other and went like, what is he doing? And the other looks like, I don't know, but it's weird. But said, are we going to say something to him? No. So they just let him keep going with the voice, but they're like, what is he doing? What's with the voice? And Misha later said that he's like, I wish somebody would have told me, because that voice has like ruined me for. He said I would go in with sore throat at night after getting done shooting.
I mean, again, we try to do the Batman voice and the Mr. Freeze voice, and we end up with our throats like real bad. So I can't imagine.
The voice is the biggest problem with his Batman start to finish.
You cannot say that it's not iconic, because it's iconic. Now it's
Oh yeah.
it's something that when you mention like Batman in the early 2000s, that is gonna come to mind. That's a voice that is gonna come to mind.
Yeah. I mean,
I would probably still be hearing Kevin Conroy, but
oh, obviously. I mean, I love
Yes.
I love all the Batman for different reasons, but nobody will ever be a better Batman voice like Kevin Conroy. Like, come on. Like,
no.
you know, it would have been. You know, it would have been great if they would have done the Darth Vader, like have his voice lines like dubbed
Voice-
over by Kevin Conroy, like
Oh yeah.
because you know,
That'd be
yeah, but it's different because here you actually see his mouth moving. It's not like Darth Vader
Yeah.
where you can never see his mouth because of the helmet, you know.
yeah.
But
Yeah, they the voice is something that they have gotten right since then because Ben Affleck's Batman uses a voice changer, which sounds perfectly fine,
mhm.
and Robert Pattinson just slightly deepens his voice a little bit, and it sounds
Be right back.
you know
Okay.
they're both understandable.
What did I don't remember? What did Michael Keaton do? Did he ever have a voice or not?
No, he had bat nipples. I think. No, that was
I don't.
No, that was Clooney.
Clooney.
That was.
Because
I
Clooney
don't-
didn't even change
Man,
his
I have not
voice.
seen those movies in years.
Clooney didn't even change his voice.
Oh no, no,
Clo-
heck no.
Clooney was like, "Hey, freeze! I'm Batman. I'm George Clooney. I mean Batman."
Let me see if I can have to find a clip of Michael Keaton as Batman because that's a question I would like to
we are going to
see what he sounds like.
we will be watching and reviewing Batman '89 when The Flash comes out.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember if he ever did
Michael
like
Keaton Batman.
if he ever did like I know I think that he might have like I'm Batman, but I don't think that he like changed his voice like that drastically.
I'm watching the I'm Batman scene right now, so give me a second.
Okay. I think we
Yeah, it was somebody screaming.
yeah. Oh, Batman.
Okay, that looks that looks goofy. Okay, yeah, I might. Okay.
Did you find a porn parody?
Is there a porn parody?
No,
Oh, you know-
I'm not watching the college humor version.
You know there's a porn parody of everything. G, what do you Come on,
Oh,
don't
of
be
course it is.
don't be that naive. You know that there's a porn parody of everything.
I mean, is there a porn parody of this?
Means
hope
gets
not.
here and he's like, what the
There's
fuck?
the college humor, which if you haven't seen, go watch because it's hilarious.
I come in and
Not of this movie.
suddenly your guys are talking about porn. Meaning, I'm not always the one who start with porn.
Hey, your influence corrupts everyone. It's like the fear toxin. Speaking of
Yeah.
fear toxin,
Maybe.
Killian
He
Cillian
does
Murphy.
deepen his voice just a little.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, did Michael Keaton do something with his voice or not? Because it's such a like, you know, Kevin Conroy just does different voices for when he's Bruce Wayne and when he's Batman. So
Yeah.
which I feel like that should be the route of them doing it. Like, you don't have to be like
I
this,
mean,
this gravelly
yeah,
voice.
It's same with Robert Pattinson. That's what he does. He deepens it a little bit, and it sounds perfectly fine.
Yeah, just deepen your voice a little bit, or just use a voice modulator. Don't please do not damage
Yeah.
your vocal cords by doing this all the time because I am the Batman.
Or pull Tom Hardy Bane, which that's still the worst voice of
Let the games begin, Batman. I must break you. I am Bane. Yeah.
and apparently it was worse before test screenings.
Oh yeah, I remember that that they had to like
Ugh.
redub the shit because it sounded worse. Like you couldn't even understand what the hell he said before.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's better in
Is this
the
your
release
savior,
version, but it still
Gotham?
kinda sucks.
What?
I would like
What did you say?
I would like a
You
Lens
merely
number 9
adopted
with
the
extra
darkness. I
fries.
was born in it.
I would like a 42 with a diet soda and 67 with an extra dip.
Ooh,
Oh,
number
yeah.
nines. Number 9 large. Extra fries.
God damn it. Yeah.
This is getting critical.
But
Oh,
yeah, Scarecrow was played by Cillian Murphy, right? It's the actor's name.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
also did a great job as
Sometimes I've heard it Cillian Murphy. Sometimes people would say Cillian Murphy. So I always say Cillian Murphy.
RCS, Arceus, tomato. We're back to the pronunciation shit. Yeah, he did a
Graphics look
great
like shit. No, I mean never mind.
he did a good great job as Scarecrow too.
Yes.
At least for a grounded
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Scarecrow, he was great.
I don't think I've ever seen Cillian Murphy in something I haven't liked him.
Yeah, he's always like this what's the word that I'm looking for? This smarmy looking
Yeah, I wouldn't say always, but
has he ever not been a bad guy in movies?
What?
A Quiet Place Part 2, where he literally plays Joel from The Last of Us.
Oh god.
I misunderstood that. Okay.
And how
No,
how
I
is
mean,
spoilers, how is that
literally,
not
after
is that
seeing
not a
him
bad
in that
guy?
movie, I really want him to be Joel in The Last of Us show. He
Mm.
looks perfect. He acted it's like I love Pedro Pascal, but I want Cillian Murphy to be Joel. He's actually a good guy in the movie. That movie's really good.
Okay.
28 Days Later, he's also not a bad guy. He's the lead character.
Oh, okay. Usually when I see him, he's usually the bad guy.
Which we need to do 28 Days Later for Halloween. I'm throwing that one up now.
Don't push your luck, kid.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, oh man, if they ever do, like, I guess we could call it like a multiverse of madness, like an alternate timeline Scarecrow where he actually has the costume, or like some sort of similar costume, maybe like the Arkham Knight costume, which that one looks scary as hell. Like it would, and him reprising the role of Scarecrow would be dope because he was really good in it. Granted, we've not had like Scarecrow in the big in the big picture, except for him.
Only Scarecrow.
Yeah,
in live action.
Yeah. Huh. They could introduce a new Scarecrow if they continue doing the Robert Pattinson Batman now. Like, he would be an interesting villain for this new Batman.
Yeah, oh, that would. I had not thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I like.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody worked great in this movie, and man, this movie was just so entertaining to watch. Like, I was
Yes.
like, again, I cannot stress it enough. I did not feel bored. I did not feel that runtime. I was just it's so interested. I've seen this movie before, and I was still so interested in watching it again. Like,
And I
uh,
don't know,
Okay,
something
so
about
apparently I'm.
knowing.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say something about like knowing the other two movies made this movie like more entertaining, I guess.
mhm.
Like, oh, like some like small connections between the this movie and the other two movies. I don't know. Maybe it's just me because I'm not that a big of a like superhero guy. But I do, and I do like at least the two movie I watched, which is Begins and Dark Knight.
And this one actually ties more into Rises, because of the League of Shadows, because they
Yeah.
they come back in that movie. And also Scarecrow is also in Dark Knight Rises as well, and the Dark Knight too. Like, Cillian Murphy comes back for all three.
Yeah.
Even though his role in each is less and less, I guess.
He's got a smaller role in The Dark Knight and a larger role in Rises.
Yeah, a
Mhm.
somewhat bigger role in Rises.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, maybe it's because I had not seen it in such a long time that I just felt just fascinated to rewatch this. And also because yeah.
Oh.
No, go
No,
ahead.
continue. No, you can continue.
And again, I was going to mention the fact that this one obviously feels more grounded, especially compared to all the other superhero movies that we've seen after this one, or after Dark Knight, I guess I should say. Like, no dig at Marvel. I love Marvel.
But Superman is completely grounded. What are you talking about?
No, that's the problem with the Superman movies that Zack Snyder did. He tried to make Superman grounded, a character that does not need to be grounded in reality at all.
I would say maybe the most grounded, outside, other sense than maybe Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I knew you were
Like
going to
that
say
one
that.
was very, on the fighting, and there wasn't a whole lot like just what Cap does, which is jump 100 feet down to an aircraft carrier. But yeah, that's probably the most grounded.
Oh yeah,
Until
Especially
Batman.
compared-
I would say the Batman's even more grounded than Batman Begins.
really?
Mm.
It seems like it because it's there's nothing super over the top in Batman Begins. Maybe right at the end, there's a fight scene at the end that kind of touches, but the Batman is very much he gets in some fights. There's some great fights there, and that's something I'm going to shit on in Batman Begins just a little bit here in a minute. But there's some really great fights in the Batman. But it's a lot of him working with Gordon, walking crime scenes, while the police are there, still dusting for prints and doing like he is literally working the crime scenes with the police. Yeah, it's even more grounded than this one, and he even doesn't have. He barely uses any tech. Like it's all just tools. So yeah,
Interesting.
it's even more
So-
grounded than, in my opinion, than Batman Begins.
So basically, like, let's say like a Casino Royale, like, you,
Which of the two?
Yes. Yeah,
the one we talked
it's
about?
it's. There
I
is
say
one
it.
scene in the movie where he uses any kind of like high tech stuff, and even it feels very low tech for what he's
Mhm.
normally using.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the Casino Royale comparison, because you know
Yeah.
Casino Royale is a more grounded James Bond. He doesn't have like all the gadgets and all the tech. It's just the car, and the defibrillator was the only gadget, I guess. But
Yeah.
other than that, he didn't have like much of the gadgets that we see in other James Bond movies. So I guess that
I think and something that I've mentioned in the stream the other night is in the Batman. His grapple guns they come out like hidden blades out of his wrists,
right, you did mention that.
which we see that in this movie where he drops the grapple gun and is fighting to try to get a hold of it.
Mhm.
Well, in the Batman that can't happen, so that's a kind of a cool update that I really liked.
So he's trying to be like Spider-Man. So he's like,
Yeah, I don't know why we haven't
He
gotten
actually
like a.
does at one point use them like web shooters, kind of.
I don't know why we had not gotten a Batman that like applied the grapple to the suit instead of like using this dinky
Yeah.
little gun that he always loses at any given moment. Like even in Arkham,
Yeah, he's
in the
got 'em
Arkham
on-
games, it's
Yeah.
Huh.
He has them on both of his wrists, so he either hand he can use. He's
Hmm.
not going to lose them or drop them. It's a cool update that they even kind of bring up in this when he literally drops the grapple gun and is fighting to try to get a hold of it again.
yeah.
So here's where I kind of shit on this movie a little bit. I think the fight scenes kind of suck.
What
And,
fight scenes?
The one at the port, I think the one when he's ganged up on by all the guys looks awful because it's cutting so much you cannot
yeah.
tell what is happening.
Yeah.
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 And the
if
one on the
they're-
train with Ra's al Ghul, I think it looks fairly bad.
Ye-
And I do think that is
Yeah.
something they fix later in the movie. Later in the series that they make
Yeah.
the fight scenes a lot better. But and there's just something about this Batman. He seems like he's so slow, where like all of his moves are they're more body moves, it seems like. And there's just something about I'm sure it's a fighting style, but when he's in the start of the movie, the fight scenes there are all like the one in the prison, that one was cool. Where he's really going at it, but something, I think maybe it's the constriction of not being able to move in the suit that hurts it some. But yeah, I don't care for the fight scenes. Most of the fight scenes in this movie, even compared to the sequels.
Yeah, if there is one big complaint that I have for this movie was that final confrontation too. Like
Yeah,
it should have been a little bit better, at least fight wise. Like I get it. It's more of a fight of ideals and whatever. But and yes, I did notice the the excessive cuts in the fight scene.
oh, they're bad.
Yes, that was not good. But luckily the rest of the movie carries carries it pretty
Yeah.
solidly. It's curious because usually we really
Yeah.
like the action in the movies and not so much the rest of the stuff that happens in the movies.
Well,
And in this one, we're like,
Yeah.
yeah, the fights weren't.
And I think from when this movie came out to now, we have been spoiled by
yeah.
Daredevil or Arrow or the warehouse fight scene of Batman
I
versus
was
Superman,
literally going to
or-
say the warehouse fight scene, which is
Punisher,
until I
or
see
the Batman.
until I see the Batman, that warehouse scene in Batman v Superman is still my favorite Batman fight of all time.
Yeah, it's still the best.
Okay. Like that
There's
is
some
Who is
really
Martha?
fantastic fight scenes, but that one in the warehouse just is so good.
I mean that fight scene is just 100% Arkham. Like that
Yes.
is 110%
there are-
fucking Arkham.
There are fight scenes in the Batman that totally feel straight out of Arkham, but they're just not as long and they're not as brutal as that one is. I mean, there's some brutal fights, but it's still the best fight scene in live action Batman.
Question: is the Batman PG-13 or R?
It feels it's PG-13, but it feels like that they are a centimeter away from being R. I mean, it rides the line of being R-rated like razor's edge.
Okay.
It's the okay, this is the way, and some people will be turned off by this. Don't be. The Batman feels like if you took Seven and Saul and then threw Batman in it.
Wait, Saul?
Because Saul, yes, there are a couple of scenes in there that literally made me go like, huh, they have took some inspiration from Saul. And it's better than anything Saul has ever done. But yeah, it's a detective noir. It's a noir detective movie. Think of L.A. Noir with Batman, but he did a lot more fights. Like that's the Batman.
Oh no! Do I get to choose my own interrogation? Like my interrogation options? Like
No.
We get to
quite
see
that, but,
Batman
I mean,
dancing like LA Noir VR.
do I get to kill Dan
like I said,
Reichert? Do I get to kill Dan Reichert?
No, and actually remind me after we get done to tell you about just remind me of Cyberpunk and I'll tell you what happened in Cyberpunk.
Oh,
Oh
God.
lord.
But
Lord.
More
yeah,
wieners.
and that's another thing that about Batman Begins is I miss the detective side of Batman, and we never get it in any of these movies.
No,
Like
that is-
I
you just see
like
that
What?
you just see hints of it.
Oh yeah.
yeah
It's
it never
in the in a lot of these. I think that Dark Knight he does a little bit more, but even then it's like
Yeah.
not to the level
Oh.
that we see in like Batman the Animated Series or the Arkham games, where you literally have to like look for clues and shit.
There was a scene in this movie that made me go. It's the scene when Lucius is telling him like you have no idea what I had to go through to create this antidote or whatever, and he's talking all the technical mumbo jumbo. And Bruce goes, "Am I supposed to understand what that means?" And I'm literally sitting there. Yes, you're Batman. You're one of the smartest people on the planet. You're supposed to know
Yeah.
what he's talking about.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
He's Batman is a polymath,
Yeah.
and this Batman he's not the world's greatest detective.
No, he's a crime fighter,
And
but he's not
that's
the world's greatest detective.
Yeah, he can't do it all.
Mm-hmm. Like he's obviously
So yeah,
he's obviously smarter than most folk, but he's not at that level of
oh yeah,
of being like able to like pinpoint like everybody's next step or whatever. Like usually Batman does.
Yeah, he seems to have like the engineering side or mechanical or stuff like that, but he's not the
And the training. It's supposedly
science
the training.
degree and yes, yeah,
Although I guess that this Batman was more trained to be a ninja than an actual like hand-to-hand fighter, I guess, for the most part.
yeah,
Like he was trained more for deception, for like using the environment, using your surrounding and all that. Which I do gotta say, I still love the scene where he's in Arkham Asylum, and he just summons the swarm of bats into the asylum, and he just like whoop. That scene is
Yeah,
still
that's-
fantastic.
that scene doesn't make a lot of sense. It's really freaking cool, but that like bats will shatter windows, and that's a little out there.
Hey,
But that scene is awesome.
Hey, that you know what that was? You know what that calling was? That was the mating call of the bats. That was the attract the horny bats signal or the device or whatever.
It was a mating call of the Batman.
Yes, that's why they were like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! We gotta get in there." But yeah,
Another scene
like
that I really love is his graduation scene when he's surrounded by all the other ninjas. That scene's really awesome.
oh yeah,
Where he's trying to find the card.
yeah.
Or whatever his name was. Yeah, that I
Liam
really
Neeson.
do like that scene a lot. That one's he starts, cutting the other people to mark to same cut that he has, and yeah, that one's I like that fight. That scene a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of like good scenes sprinkled throughout. It makes the movie
Yeah.
more entertaining.
And the
Mhm.
yeah, and the last thing I have to say is, as cool as it was, I'm not that big a fan of the chase scene across Gotham when he's like running over police cars and making them crash, and
Yeah,
that just doesn't quite feel like something Batman would do.
the whole car
Collateral
chase was
damage.
not like it wasn't like something I like.
I liked the chase
and I know I've
up until the end.
Oh, it's cool.
I feel like they could have caught it a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, they really wanted to show you the tumbler, and they really wanted to show you like this chase sequence. And at the end, it almost, again, I liked it, but at the end, it kind of went like it kind of made no sense. He just somehow managed to escape them and get to his hideout without
Yeah.
nobody noticing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like there's a scene missing here, or like when he turned into the invisible mode, the supposed invisible mode. That's when he could have like gotten away and then gotten into the Batcave instead of like keep going with the chase. I don't know.
I mean,
there was something missing.
It's not hard.
okay, I think maybe that scene was to lose the helicopter.
It was, but it also worked with the cars in the street too. So
Yeah,
It's not hard to be stealth mode when
Uh,
they are incompetent.
and
hey, Gotham's
I-
finest.
yeah, especially coming off of the Batman, which has one of the greatest car chases I have seen in probably 10 years. Like this one just does not compare. I mean, that the chase scene in the Batman rivals anything Fast and Furious has ever even dreamed of,
Again,
and it's more grounded.
you're giving
Hey.
Fast and Furious too much credit, man.
I was gonna say, is it more realistic than Fast and Furious 9?
Campaign.
Oh, yes.
Campaign.
That
Campaign to make Vin Diesel the Penguin in the Batman 2. The Batman
we already have the Penguin, but
family. Hey! Spoilers.
he's in the trailer.
Oh right, it's Colin. God damn it, I forgot about that.
Yes.
God fucking damn it.
There is a surprise villain, which I will not talk about.
Someone
I didn't know was in the movie.
I've heard
but-
that there is a surprise villain. I don't know who it is, but because I'm avoiding all of this shit until I can watch the movie. But
Yes.
I just thought of the Penguin because I was like, it's
I mean,
the
we
Riddler.
We all know that the surprise
Yeah.
villain is gonna be Thanos. Gonna snap everybody in there.
No, I mean, unless they do something really weird, but
Surprise-
just the whole lead up to the car chase in the movie is just like you could hear a pin drop in the theater. Everyone was just like holding their breath. It's one of the coolest things I have seen in a movie theater. Just even the lead up to the car chase is just like, oh my god, that thing sounds disgusting. That Batmobile is amazing.
The Family Mobile.
Family.
Trying to think. Isn't okay? Vin Diesel as Victor Sass in the Batman 2. I'm trying to think of a goddamn bald Batman villain. That's why I'm like I mentioned the Penguin first.
Oh,
Calendar
well,
Man.
he's-
Calendar Man.
We already have another one, but Firefly.
Freeze?
Firefly would be cool. He could like have burns. I mean, we
Oh
have
my-
a Firefly
oh
in
my
the
God.
Batgirl movie, but
Vin Diesel and Mr. Freeze. Oh god.
Now that is an idea.
yeah, I'd watch that.
Batman. I'm trying to save family.
Trying to save my family.
I honestly think and there's nothing.
He has a
like,
modified
no spoilers or
Charger
anything because there's
to
nothing
freeze.
There's nothing. Yeah, nothing to confirm this or anything. But I honestly, if they do a Batman 2, I really hope they do the Court of Owls.
You know how in Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze had that weird looking car?
Yes.
Yeah, just change that for a freaking
Yes.
A Charger.
Charger.
A Charger
Yeah.
with two jet
Two ice guns.
jet engine. No, two jet engines on the back.
Also,
No,
hey, Silver.
the supercharger out of the hood would be the ice gun.
yes.
And he would he would have a NOS button, but it would be for ice out of the exhaust pipe.
Oh god. What have I done? I've created a monster.
Create a monster.
Perfection.
But
I can go all day.
I can do this all day. But yeah, John,
Yeah,
I'm
that was my
surprised that we. I mean, I guess we haven't gotten a new Batman until now, like solo Batman, I should say. The Court of Owls is an interesting storyline to
When
to do.
when was
And
Rises
oh man,
launched?
When 10
When did
years
Rises
ago,
launch?
10 years ago, it was
2012.
2012.
Okay.
Was the same years of the Avengers.
same year as
Wow.
Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know, because I was one of the fools who said that Rises would be better would do better than Avengers, and whoop whoop. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's just how the
Speaking
Steam
of
Deck
doing
was
better-
gonna be the Switch killer.
So the budget for this movie was $150 million,
Makes sense.
and it made 373.
Of course.
150 only.
Yeah,
That's
it
kinda
made
low.
373 million, which is for context. Let's just go over here. For context, as of right now, the box office on the Batman is 248 million.
Close name.
that's on the first weekend.
The budget was 185 to 2. That's what I'm seeing on Wikipedia's 248.5 is the box office so far. But it was 185 to 200 million was the budget on the Batman. Let me go to Box Office Mojo and just check there real quick. But I know it's been like doing gangbusters.
Nice. Again, I will be patiently waiting for it to drop on HBO Max on April the 19th, something like that. I don't forget.
I will be probably patiently waiting until March 18th when I go see the Jujutsu Kenshin movie and probably the Batman again because I'm going to go see it again. I have to. I want to. I need it.
Oh God. See, this is what happens, kids. When you take the toxin, you get addicted to it. John, swear to me. Tell me you won't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I will take it.
Inject it into my veins. Oh, that bad feels.
So
justice.
opening day it made it made 57 million on opening day. It made 43 million yesterday, and as of whenever it was updated, it made 28 today.
Okay.
128 million was the opening.
I mean, the thing is that the word of mouth has been real good for this movie, so it's fair to assume that it'll do a lot of money next week as well, or this whole weekend and next week. So
domestic 128 million, international 120, worldwide 248.
Okay. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds good.
Yeah, it is very good.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I still hear like from every side of the of the spectrum. I've heard opinions about the movie. Like people like you absolutely love it. People who are like, yeah, it's good, and people who don't like it at all. So,
yeah, that like I said, that's why I'm going to give it like a week and let the first watch hype kind of burn off a little bit, and then go just see it again. Though, well, we'll go ahead and do reviews whenever we're ready, and then I will get into the rest of my thoughts on the Batman. So whenever we.
Anybody have anything else to add about Batman Begins?
No, it's really good. I'm ready for it.
Hey, kids, if your friend has disappeared for at least 2 days, it's probably at the bottom of a river.
What?
Yes, that is true.
What are you?
The DA when Rachel said when my boss is probably at the bottom of the river, he's been missing for 2 days.
Oh,
she was right.
Technically,
don't worry, Mythos, I got you. But God help me.
Swimming with the fishes.
God isn't here. I am. Fear me.
Why every time you do that, I'm just waiting for you to go,
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fit into a Slim Jim. Macho Man Randy Savage as the Batman would have been interesting. Would have been very interesting.
No, hey, actually, did that make him Bane?
Yeah, I was gonna say he would have been. He would have been Bane. Yeah. Oh yeah, Batman! I'm gonna break you in half like a Slim Jim.
No, please.
Bonesaw is ready. Oh wait, Bane is ready.
Same thing.
Yeah. But yeah, if we're confident enough, we can give our ratings for Batman Begins. Oh God, I love this movie. This movie's just it's still so good. I was so surprised. I was like, okay, I love The Dark Knight. Like my thought was like, okay, I love The Dark Knight. I liked this movie back when it came out. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll still feel like that, but no, I feel even more for it this time around. I was just, enthralled with it. And I've seen it like at least more than once. I've seen it like, at least three or four times, and it was just still so good to me. The pacing was good. Like there wasn't a boring moment. Those 2 hours just went by. And it was all around just super interesting. For all of those 2 hours. Everybody in the movie, even Katie Holmes as Rachel, everybody worked. Everybody absolutely worked in this movie. Like there isn't a single bad performance in the movie, like at all. It's just that some people just elevate more than others. And like this is an iconic Jim Gordon. This is an iconic Alfred. Obviously, this is the only Lucius Fox that we had in the movies too, right?
Yeah.
Because
I haven't seen Lucius Fox in other Batman movies.
Yeah, I don't think that he was ever in any of the Michael Keaton or Val Kilmer or George Clooney ones.
No.
And definitely not in oh god, what's in the Ben Affleck iteration.
No.
So yeah, obviously
He's-
Morgan Freeman.
He was in Lucius Fox was in the Telltale series. He's in the Arkham games.
Yeah.
And he's in a couple of the animated movies. I can't remember which one. Now his son has been in stuff like not in the live action, but he's been in the comics, and he's a member of the Bat family, basically.
Yeah, but those are the games.
Yeah, not in the movies.
And yeah,
necessarily.
comics. And, yeah, not the movies. Yeah.
So, yeah, just by default, Morgan Freeman just is absolutely an iconic Lucius Fox as well. Just because it's Morgan Freeman, let's be real.
Yes.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow is great. Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul is fantastic. I fucking love fucking love him in either this or as Qui-Gon. And Christian Bale, despite our problems with his voice and all that, he still brings his A game. He's still fantastic in this role. And I'm not gonna give it the Force is strong with this one because of the problems that we mentioned of like there's a lot of cutting in some of the fight scenes. That last confrontation with Ra's al Ghul could have been a little bit better as well. And yeah, the car chase scene, which by the end it made no sense when he disappeared from the cop cars that were chasing him, and not even okay. I can understand him like getting away from the cop cars, but there was still the helicopter that was still around that could have chased him to his bat cave or whatever, but no, for some reason,
Yeah,
no.
you can't expect that much from incompetent cops.
Hey, Gotham's finest. But yeah, other than those issues, I really enjoyed this movie a lot, and I really love it a lot. It's a little, just because of those problems, it's like one step below The Dark Knight, but it's still a fantastic movie for me, and I have to give it a...
It's a whopper!
It's a whopper! Also, I don't know, I didn't notice, there wasn't like any CGI, right? For the most part? Aside from maybe the
bats.
Oh, I guess the bats, but they look, you barely notice those. like
The
being CGI.
one when the one inside the manor, that one looked a little bit rough.
I didn't notice it. Honestly.
It did not look good.
Okay.
But
Well,
other than
life,
that,
well, life is good, but it could be better than. Just because it's that bad.
damn bad.
Damn you, Bat! But yeah.
Okay, so CG was used. Wayne Tower was CG. The whole train system was CG.
Oh yeah, I guess
Gotham Skyline was CG. The monorail sequence at the end was model work and CG. The bats, the shots of the bats, except for scenes containing one or two bats, were CG. Locations and okay, yeah. So there was some CG, but a lot
it
of it was
wasn't-
either model work or.
Yeah, but it wasn't noticeable. It's not like other times when we
Oh no!
when we specifically point out that they are using CG because
It's not like the Addams Family.
exactly.
I think
like that.
maybe the one time that I noticed it was when they like come up the hill right at the end of the movie before they get to Wayne Tower. They go like up that ramp onto the main track. I kind of think I know some of the track and that stuff kind of looked a little bit, but it wasn't super noticeable.
Yeah.
Also because like a lot of the movie was shot in Chicago, and that's not very far from here, and I know a lot about Chicago, sadly. So I'm like 4 hours from where the movie was shot. So
Jesus Christ. Why do you say sadly?
Because John lives
because
near
it's Chicago.
Gotham City. And I hear it's a shitty place.
Chicago's a shithole. If any of you live in Chicago, I'm sorry, but Chicago's a shithole. So it is Gotham City.
My condolences. But yeah. Next.
It's a whopper for me.
Okay.
It's a movie that holds
It's
up
a
really
whopper.
well all these years. Not so much Christian Bale though. It's just the voice. Like I said, it's iconic, but it's noticeable when he's like trying too hard to be Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Other than that, I think that it's really good. So Gary Oldman, you better do that line. You better do the yes.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a whopper. It's a whopper for me.
Nice. Very nice.
I guess I'll
Uh,
go.
yeah, I'm assuming John is going to say his piece last because he's.
Yeah, he has a bone to pick.
Yeah, go
with
ahead, Mythos.
The Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It's a whopper with me. The movie's fun. Really,
It's a
really
whopper.
enjoyable. I could go without the car sequence. Not the whole car chase sequence, but like it could have been cut down significantly. But other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. Really fun. Long movie, but it didn't feel long. It did feel like two movies as well at the same time. Which I guess can be good, can be maybe. I don't know. I like it.
I mean, even if they were two separate movies, it melts well together with each other. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And John.
Something real quick. I say this is how Avengers the Endgame and the one before
Endgame?
it,
Infinity War.
Infinity Wars, they could have gone with, like, even if it would be like 3-4 hour movie. Like, I don't know. I would have liked to see them both fused together. That's why I always say I did not like Endgame because of that, because it's just the story is like a small DLC.
A lot of people actually
It
Now
doesn't
that-
feel like a movie. It
now
feels
that-
like a DLC.
now that they are like the movies are out, a lot of people have done this where they just watch Infinity War and Endgame back to back. Because they technically they do like overlap with each other. Like they just
Yeah.
combine into one. Like I personally I don't necessarily consider Avengers Endgame Avengers 4. I just consider it Avengers 3 Part 2. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's like a DLC. Just
yeah,
a
it's
small add-on to finish the story.
yeah. Kind of.
And that's what this movie did good, is that they had this whole sequence with like how Bruce trained and slowly became Batman, and then there's like the Batman movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely does it better. Also, like obviously as an origin story, than not to dig at it because I liked it when we did our review last year, but Spider-Man,
Mm.
like we have a little bit more like balance of learning about Bruce Wayne and him becoming Batman compared to that movie. But whatever. No digs at Maguire.
All right, John, take it away.
John will give it another
I came
Whopper.
into this. I came into this with my rating pretty much figured out.
Mhm.
I don't like the voice.
Mhm.
I don't like most of the fight scenes.
Mhm.
The car chase is cool, but kind of unnecessary and way too long.
Mhm.
I like Christian Bale a lot. I like Michael Caine. I like all the actors.
Like cocaine.
Story's good. I kind of have a problem with how, and this is probably coming off of the Batman, but I kind of have a problem with
You
how
don't say.
easily it seemed like Bruce fell into the thing of like balancing Bruce and Batman. Seemed like he got that down just pat, and I will talk more about that in a minute.
Mhm. I can see that.
I came in originally going to say life is good but could be better, but I think I'm going to give it a very high life is good but could be better.
Thought you were going to say a very
I
low.
just- there
It's
are
a
couple
Whopper.
of-
You have failed this city.
I will. Okay. A very low. It's a Whopper. I will take that. Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So very low. It's a Whopper. It's
It's
really
a
good movie.
Whopper.
I've seen it many times. I will watch it.
It's
many
a
times
Whopper
again.
Junior.
It's a Whopper
Was a
Junior.
good. It was a good start for the trilogy. It's.
Yep.
Oh no!
Batman kidnapped John.
What did you give my movie? What? I told you it was the force is strong with this one, John. I told you. I warned you. I was coming for you. Yeah. Oh god. Well, I think that I think that
Hey, if John doesn't appear in 2 days, we all know where
It was
he's gonna
Bat-
be.
Hey. Yeah. He's going to be in the middle of the river eating fish. I mean, sleeping with the fish.
Sleeping with the bitches.
You-
And the bitches.
He was found in the river eating bitches. I mean, fishes. Master Wayne, did I ever tell you the time I went looking for bitches? I mean, fishes. I don't know. Don't ask me what the hell I'm doing. I assume that the storm really hit John just now, and that's why we lost him. Yeah, you heard him. He gave it a
Oh,
whopper.
there he goes. Oh, there he is. John, are you here?
John,
John, me boy.
Hello.
top
Oh,
tw-
Oh,
can you hear me? I
say
don't know what.
just.
yes.
Say
Yes, I can
justice.
hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Am I live?
You are alive, indeed.
Say justice if you need
I
saving.
have no idea what the heck just
It was
happened.
Batman.
No, it literally like I was talking,
with-
hearing you
storm
guys
is
talk,
coming.
and all of a sudden it just like popped, and you guys were blaringly loud, and you could not hear me.
Okay, Jesus. Batman was
I do
disrupting
believe the
your
storm is actually
communications.
over. I do not hear it doing it.
Or maybe it's just started.
Yeah, the storm is actually, I think, over.
Hmm.
That was like really. I've never had it do that to me before. Okay, are we still live?
Yes, we are, John.
Okay, what was the last thing you heard?
I don't know. We went off on a tangent, so justice. Justice was the last thing. I don't know.
Okay, so I was talking about the Batman
Hmm. Were you?
before all heck broke loose. Yeah, I was. I don't know what you guys heard.
I don't know.
So if I'm still here, I believe I am.
Yes.
Just quick review of the Batman and a couple of my problems I had. Fantastic. Robert Pattinson's Batman is he's really good. He's a really, really good Batman. The only problem is he's kind of Batman no matter what character he's playing. And I don't mind it because they make it clear through the movie that he is still trying to figure out the balance of Batman and Bruce Wayne. That he's been so focused on Batman that he hasn't had any time to really think about what he needs to do to keep everything going. It works. It works really well. So that's something. And if they do another one, I would like to see him be more of the billionaire asshole, a little more kind of not maybe quite as much as swimming with two Russian supermodels in a pool in the middle of a hotel and buying a hotel. But yeah, he needs to un-Batman himself a little bit.
Can we really quickly talk about how both of the girls were sitting on top of each other in the car?
No, we don't.
Yeah, I was just about to say we forgot about that.
Your point being?
In the car,
Uh-huh.
yes, that's really
Mhm.
goofy.
The car that
Mhm.
has a back seat has both girls sitting
I don't know
on
if
top
I
of
had a
each
back seat.
other.
Yeah, but
Wait, did it?
that's not the Bruce Wayne way. That's not the Willy Wang way, my friend. It's like you two will sit in the front.
Keep bringing that up.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Top of each other. It's hot.
You said it, not me.
Anyway, back to the Batman. Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman. I hope to see more of her in the future. She was great. Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, the second broodiest character in the movie.
Oh god.
He's really good, but he never turns it off. It works. It works for the movie, but he's a really good commissioner. Well, he's not technically Commissioner Gordon, but he's a really good Gordon. Andy Serkis as Alfred. Wish he was in the movie more, but when he was in the movie, he was great. Again, it's hard to screw up Alfred. The movie is it's a little long. It's 3 hours. Just about 3 hours. It's like 2:55. I don't. It never felt overly long, but by the end, I was like, "Oh God, I really need to go pee."
So every episode of Mystery Movie
It's
Friends.
not that big of a deal. Yeah, but I'm kind of sitting here like that right now a little bit. Not too bad. Action is incredible. Him walking crime scenes is what I've wanted from Batman for years in a live action movie that we've never got.
It's what you wanted.
I like that he doesn't.
John, it's what you wanted. It's what you wanted. Batman Forever. I'll see myself out.
No, I will see you out as I throw you in the back of the car. I like it that he's not overly reliant on gadgets. He uses his grappling hooks the most of any gadget that he has. Not a spoiler, but the way they explain how Batman can glide, I actually was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense than the cape. I like the explanation that they gave in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Colin Farrell as the Penguin. He's kind of maybe the best picked actor in the movie because he's perfect. He's perfect as the Penguin. It'd be cool if he was a little shorter, but he makes a fantastic Penguin. Yeah, the movie's just it's a ride. You will experience every emotion. You will be sitting with your jaw on the floor. You'll be cringing. You will. The Batmobile is awesome. It's maybe my new favorite Batmobile, Marrow, which is so freaking cool. Yeah, it's fantastic. I can't wait to go see it again. Go watch it when it comes out. Don't listen to anybody who says Robert Pattinson is bad because he was in Twilight, because they're an idiot. Go watch Tenet or The Lighthouse or The Devil All the Time, and you will see that he is a very good actor. It's great, and I hope we get more of the Batman for years to come, because they could do a lot with this setup that they have. So that's it, I think.
You didn't mention.
Now wait till next week when Stefan's here, and then we will do this all again.
Oh god, next week's gotta be a bloodbath. You did not.
I won't be.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna be spared of the
I'm
bloodbath.
safe.
G and me, we're gonna be like Grunkle Stan, just sitting on the sidelines with a bucket of popcorn, just watching these two like rip each other apart.
Duke it out.
Yeah, duking it
Hell
out
yeah.
because of the Batman. You didn't mention the Riddler, right?
I did not.
Oh yeah.
One more thing.
He's okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel
He's in
about the
the
Riddler.
movie.
Like he
He's-
did a lot
he's
of
there.
riddles, and they were.
He does riddle things.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he's just kind of there. Like you
Goodness.
Tommy
kind of a
Lee
slight
Batman.
spoiler. You see Paul
That's-
Dano as Paul Dano twice in the movie.
Thank goodness. It's not like I hate the character.
G has
the Riddler comes
PTSD.
off as more of like a. He comes off as more. Oh, yeah. I did all of those in Arkham Knight. He comes off as just more like a straight up serial killer. than
Thank-
almost like he still leaves riddles at crime scenes, but it's not. I guess I'm kind of comparing it to Jim Carrey, which is very weird because Jim Carrey's Riddler is not this Riddler at all.
No.
But he's a good villain for Batman. They get in some good scenes with them both together. It's just I kind of wish you got to see Paul Dano more and not the serial killer with the mask.
Hmm. Okay.
But again, as I said with Batman Begins, everything else makes up for the few gripes that I have. That it's just a spectacular movie to watch. You need to see some of the stuff that they have in that movie on a gigantic screen, especially the car chase. The car chase is a spectacle that is worth watching.
Spectacle.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think. And last thing, I also really like that they play Batman as this is his second year as being Batman, so he's still kind of green. I wouldn't say green, but he's learning, so he makes mistakes. I kind of like a Batman that isn't perfect all the time, and this one, like, he's not incompetent by any means, but he does. There are a few times where he makes a boo-boo or two, and
So he's not incompetent.
it comes off as more human than. Yeah, I like a Batman that's. He doesn't come off as already knowing how to do everything right off the bat. Like, he's still trying to figure out the Batman Bruce Wayne, how to deal with, dealing with some different types of bad guys, and it's a really cool take on Batman.
Okay.
And his suit is just that bat suit is fire. I love it.
Do you see him eventually becoming that like all-knowing Batman, and or at the very least like this, like a similar where I'm going is, do you think that this Batman would eventually kind of evolve into somewhat of a Arkham Batman, where he's like almost always in control, even when he's not, even when he does the boo-boos?
Oh yes, yeah. I see this Batman as very much of the Batman from Arkham Origins, because you saw him in that game make some mistakes. He chokes the one guy out too hard and knocks him out while he's asking questions. And there's something similar in the Batman that happens. I totally see him becoming, as he gets more experience. This movie focuses a lot on him dealing with the GCPD and how they feel about him, being the vigilante freak that shows up at crime scenes all the time. And as the movie progresses, you see him have to deal more and more with the cops, and then have to deal with him. And by the end of it, it ends up in a really cool place that I'm super interested to see where that can go. So, but yeah, I can totally see him being the Arkham or animated series Batman of just. I don't technically know if I would want it, but I mean, I would. He doesn't need to be making mistakes all the time, which he doesn't. But it humanizes him a little more of like, yeah, Batman can still make a screw up or two. So, yeah, I hope we get at least one more movie. They're doing a HBO Max TV show in the city, and I mean the same. It's the movie. It's supposed to be out later this year, I think.
Wait, what?
They're doing I think it's with Jeffrey Wright and I don't
Oh, like
think that the
like a
Batman, but they're
Gotham
doing it.
version of this.
Yeah, kind of. But I think Jeffrey Wright's in it, and
Oh.
yeah, they're doing a
Is it
HBO
called?
Max show set in the movie, and
Is
I
it
think
called
they have
GCPD?
something for 2 more movies. Yeah, let me. There was a thing I read here a while ago about it. There's 2 spin-off television series in development for HBO Max, and 2 sequels planned for the movie.
Hmm.
The Batman Shared Universe, they're calling it.
Naming conventions.
So we'll see
Goddamn.
what happens there.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'd be interested in seeing a. I mean, this Gotham is. You think the Gotham in Batman Begins is bad? The Gotham in the Batman is just a monumental crap hole.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it in the reviews.
Yeah, which it works. It because there's a lot of scenes of Bruce being like, "Can I actually do this?" And but then him going like, "I don't have a choice. I either have to do it or the city's going down." So then by the end of the movie, you kind of see it where you see like, oh, okay, he is actually doing and making a difference.
Okay.
So yeah, that's I don't want to anything else, and I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be venturing
you'll-
dangerously into spoilers. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah. Till next week.
Yes. Next week, Mitos won't be here, but we will have friend of the show and who has also been a guest star in the show, Stefan JD. He's gonna be joining us for Batman again, because justice never surrenders. It never goes to sleep.
I'll be here next week. I'm just gonna be a completely different person, non-pervy person.
Yes.
He'll have the Alpha one next week.
But yeah.
Also,
next,
I want a Batman movie called Batman Again now.
Batman again now.
What
Isn't
was
that-
the thing I was watching? Somebody was talking about the Batman movies, and it was talking about the, I think it was Batman Forever, but he didn't know the name of the movie, so he thought like it was one of the older Batman movies, the Batman or Batman Forever or Batman Showed Up, or I can't. He went through a whole bunch of just goofy names that he made up, but I really like a movie called Batman Showed Up.
Batman showed up.
That sounds like a theater version of like a theater play of the Batman story, like a musical.
Batman Showed Up.
Like Rogers the musical. Well, Batman Showed Up, the
Yeah.
musical.
Oh, I'd watch that
Musical
No, you
Batman.
with
Just-
Robert Pattinson's Batman
Oh.
setting out in the audience watching.
Scowling at them like
Yeah,
such a waste.
No,
Brooding.
we need the Joker. We need the Joker just sitting in the where the audience is just booing bad every time Batman appears.
Let it be Mark Hamill too.
Yes.
Oh no! What we need is Ember Island players from Avatar's Last Airbender. When they do the play, when they
Oh,
butcher
right.
everything. You remember that episode?
Yes.
That'd be great.
Wait a minute, that's not how it happened. Oh god, I can see
I
that
don't
being.
sound like that.
I can see that being like an episode of an animated Batman series, like Batman and Joker just sitting there in the crowd, just like that's not how it
Yeah, it
went.
reminds me of the animated series episode when they put Batman on trial.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, speaking of
Anyway.
Batman the animated series, that's what we're. I mean, not that we're doing the whole Batman the Animated Series next week. But next week we are doing the animated movie, theatrical movie, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. We'll see how that goes. In a post the Batman world.
One of,
For
if not the
John.
best Batman movie ever.
Arguably so. We'll see. Gee, have you ever seen that one?
Mm-mm. No, I haven't seen it.
Okay,
Nope.
so this is gonna be a first one for G.
Oh.
The rest of us, because I know for a fact that Stefan has watched it, and obviously I've watched it, and John too. So, yeah, it'll be
And I
interesting
own it.
next week. Yeah, it'll be interesting next week. So, yeah, Mitos. Even though you're not gonna be here next week, where can the kids find you?
They can find me over at twitch.tv/MythosGaming29, youtube.com/MythosGaming29. Last week I had to do a lot of live stuff. I'm done with live stuff. So I'll be back on Monday, continuing on with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Very excited.
You gave up on life.
No,
Probably should have.
taxes are not fun thing to do.
That's why I have people do my taxes.
Yeah,
Death and
that's
taxes.
why I let other people do my taxes. But guess what? They didn't even know how to do taxes.
Oh God, sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, there were problems with the program and some other stuff, and I was like, it was like painful. So
Jesus H.
that's why I couldn't stream the whole week. But I'm done.
It's over. Justice has been served. Oh God. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with Arkham City again. This week, Chocobo GP drops this week. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
Also, I forgot that this week is March 10th, and usually March 10th is Mario Day.
Mario.
So I am going to be playing for First Strike, one of my favorite Mario games of all time, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So look forward to that. And like I said, next Sunday, Batman Mask of the Phantasm. So yeah, people, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you, as always, for watching.
And
Yes, John?
when we come back, I will be a year older.
Oh,
Oh, that is true.
you
My
will have...
birthday is on the 12th. So
Oh.
next Saturday.
Oh. Yeah,
I will be-
today's-
Somehow, I will be 30. God help me.
Don't worry. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
So, we'll
You're
skip
still young and full of life.
that. Shut up.
Everything hurts. I'm falling apart.
Everybody hurts.
I've had 2 back surgeries.
Oh God, Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, I have had 2 back surgery about 6 years ago.
Well, it was 6 years ago, John. Now it's
And
6
they
years
left
later.
you good as
Yeah.
new.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm better.
Life is good, but it could be worse. I mean, better. But yeah. Thank you, Mythos. Thank you, John. Thank you, G. And thank you to Willy Wang. Until
you
next
quit it
time,
with
people.
Why
May your
not?
hearts,
Willy Wang.
may your hearts be organic here. Remember to stay inside, stay alive, stay hydrated, be kind to everybody, and serve some undying justice to everybody. Good night, everyone. I'm Batman.
Hi.
Night.
Rachel!